Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So kind of picking up where I left off in the last one, working on the factory. It seems like several of you all really liked the idea of the factory and weren't too opposed to the idea of having something like that in a, I guess you would call this medieval world, but sorry, medieval world? Yeah, whatever you would call it. It's Minecraft. Sometimes you just have to take a little bit of creative liberties with things. So let's go on out here and see kind of what has happened and what is going on with the interior of this. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Lots of really cool stuff. So I guess to start, we'll just go through the assembly line of what's going on here. And so you come back here, and this is kind of like the little side loading area. And by the way, a lot of this isn't fully completed and finished, but I just figured I would show you kind of the update. But it's going to take a long time to finish all of this project, which of course was the goal, because with all good and fun builds, they sometimes take time. So that's kind of the outside here. Actually, I'll touch on this side over here. I haven't done any of the docks yet, but if you come in here, this is really the main room, the starting room, I guess you would say. And so this is where you get what powers the factory, for the most part anyways. It is steam powered, and so we have this giant, brick furnace steam vat thing. I don't know. But you can see it's got like a smokestack that comes out of the top up there. And so this is the bottom of it. And so how this works is there is an immense fire, as you can see, lava down here, and it is fueled by coal. So we transport coal in, probably from a boat or something, and it goes through here. Eventually I'm going to work on the dock that makes it look like it's transporting coal into here. So it transports coal into here, and this coal is put on this conveyor belt, and this conveyor belt pushes it into the furnace. And so this furnace operates right here, and it makes this immense heat, and this heat bubbles up, and it goes up to this area up here full of water and stuff. There's a water level up above here, and that heat, I guess, transforms that water into gas and steam, and that steam is what powers the rest of this factory. And so that steam goes out through these vents, and so these vents are carrying steam, or power as you would say it, out through here. And so that's kind of the idea of that. So in this first room, we'll also have this little loft area where you can pile the coal on, or whatever this would be, some storage to put up here, and then just some random storage laying around. But that's how this kind of works, is steam powered, and I think that's fairly era conclusive. You could have that. And so from here, we're going to go over to the other side where things really start. So what this factory is a TNT factory, or explosives factory. So this portion of the factory that I'm going to show you all is where they make the TNT to blow up, mining projects or whatever that may be. So the actual casings, this red wool, they're going to signify the casing for the dynamite. So this is brought in through cart. So horses will back this in off the path over to this area and offload all of these red casings. And so from here, it is taken and put on this conveyor belt, and this conveyor belt pushes it right through here, and it is stamped and put some more features on it. And so this kind of stamps the casing into the little individual area ready for the gunpowder. And so this station right here pushes the gunpowder and fills these casings with gunpowder, and then it continues on up that way. And then the powder area is up above, and we'll get to that here in a second. But over here, there's just a lot of random storage and different things. Also, the main entrance into the factory is right here, and you can walk under here and go through. But this room right here, I love. It just feels so much like a factory. And I don't know how much you all have been in a factory, but I actually used to work in one for a little while. And this brings back all kinds of interesting memories. Not that I worked in one anything like this, but just kind of the idea of it's pretty fun. And so I've got just some more miscellaneous storage and like a little workbench area to work on anything if it breaks down. So the next room here, so we'll go in, and this is like blocked off because there's a lot of electrical stuff going on in here. And we'll need to shut that. Oh, I guess you can't shut it from this side. I need to move it to the other side. But you can see there's like a lot of electrical stuff happening here. So this is the redstone where you get a lot of other power, I guess, in the world. And so this is being transferred through copper up into the bottom of this rail system. So that the dynamite casing, the TNT casing that's filled with gunpowder goes through here, and this electrifies it and gives it mechanical ability. We're going to go with that. But it kind of like makes the dynamite work or sears it onto there. I don't know. It's just another step in it. And you can see we've got the vents kind of still going through here. And any of these like mechanisms, they're also powered by the vent. So like this stamper is powered by the steam from the vent. And so you come through here and it goes through this, and then from here it goes into this next area and starts to come down. And so I've got like some like control panel area just to control these different things, and some more storage through here. But once it makes its way over to here, it gets these are like what would you call it? The wick at the top. The fuse, that's what it would be called. So this applies the fuse to the TNT, and that way you can light it. And then this, it stamps it once again just to finalize everything and put everything in place. And then also, this is supposed to be my label maker. Well, no, sorry. This is the label maker, I think. Yeah, this is the label maker, and then this like just basically seals everything back off through like heat and stuff. So it seals the top of that so that way nothing else gets out. And then it goes out here for transport. And so that's kind of the process for creating TNT, which is super cool. And this is all once again powered by the steam and everything. And I love it. I think it's really cool. This area over here is going to be some more factory stuff. So might get into that in the next couple episodes, but you can also walk up to the top. So there's more stuff going on. So the gunpowder that I was talking about, it funnels up to here, and it funnels all the way into this. And this is where I keep the gunpowder storage. I need to actually put that in there. And so this is where my gunpowder storage will be from now on, where I'll keep it. And you can flick these levers, and it turns this on, and it'll push that gunpowder through down there, and you can put it into the TNT, which is cool. And just some more miscellaneous storage and random mechanisms up here. You know, you gotta have that. I don't have anything up here yet, but eventually I will. And then over here, so the area that had like the fuses, it comes through up here. And so the way that you get the fuses is it's a mixture between wool and straw, and you put those together, and it makes the fuse. And so what they'll do is in this factory, they'll put a straw bale and a bale of wool into this mechanism right here, and it shreds it. So it shreds it up right here, and it goes into this, and it puts it together at the bottom there, and pushes it onto the TNT. So you can see it right here. Puts it together right here and pushes it onto the TNT. That way it has a fuse to be able to light it. So very long-winded kind of approach to this, but you know, it's a factory. There's a lot that goes into making TNT, and this is I really love this build. It's cool, and there's a lot more I'm going to do with it. This is just the first stage and just the first product that they make here, but I think it turned out really well. Still a lot more detail work to do in and out of the factory, but I figured I would give you guys an update on this and just show you kind of what's going on here. And I figured that you all would like it and think that it's kind of a cool thing. I don't see very many people doing factories and stuff like this and other YouTube, I guess, survival series. So I figured I would just go ahead and add in my own. So yeah, let's go back into the factory before we get into the lore reading. So we'll just sit here and stare at the fire while I read the lore. All right, here we go. So it seems as though the peace treaty has worked. The embassies were built by early 5121 and established a new era of peace between the Red Flag and Slayers Guild. Or at least that is how it appeared to the citizens of Catalagerwin. They were able to go about their day and live in the city like the days of old. However, underground and behind the scenes, the silent war was beginning. Not one of combat and strife, but mind games and fear tactics. Each side knew one day if the eventual war did break out again, they would need to be prepared. Therefore, all efforts of the factions went from militaristic to scientific. Man, a lot of hard words today. Each pursuing a one-upmanship by their own different ways. The Red Flags sought to build weapons and technology through mechanical means, while the Slayers Guild attempted to do the same through magic and myth. Both seemed to have their merits and soon-to-be-known advancements. The Cold War of sorts may have more implications than any real war, however. So yes, very interesting. Starting into sort of a Cold War, and we'll see where that gets them. Obviously, the Red Flag going through their redstone and mechanical means, and the Slayers Guild with myth and magic. So really cool, and I'm excited to kind of get into a little bit more of that lore and build some of these things. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this update. A lot going on, and hopefully I didn't rush through it too much, but there'll be more in this factory where you guys can see. But yeah, thank you guys for watching.